I had a little bit of a back and forth with Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez over Twitter. It started with my tweet about her announcement that she's selling tax the rich merchandise on her campaign website. Now, I tweeted that she's using capitalism to push socialism. Well, I think that's fair, right? This is what she responded. Not sure if you know this, Sean, but transactions aren't capitalism. Capitalism is a system that prioritizes profit at any and all human and environmental cost. But for what it's worth, our shop is unionized, doesn't operate for profit, and funds projects like free tutoring, food programs, and local organizing. It appears as though the Congresswoman needs a lesson on capitalism, which is kind of amazing. We've invited her on the show, actually. She hasn't heard back. The invitation stands. She's welcome to come on anytime so we can discuss what capitalism is. But joining us now to weigh in her place is someone who definitely understands capitalism, the host of the Rubin Report, Dave Rubin.
I am in AOC's place. I don't know that I would have agreed to this.
No, I know. Unfortunately, if she does come on and we're waiting carefully, no, we still don't have her.
Kicked off.
Then you're gonna, But it's amazing. She's preaching the evils of capitalism. She's selling merchandise on her website. She's telling me I don't understand what it is. The very definition of capitalism is private transactions that occur among individuals or institutions for goods and services. That's what it is. That's what capitalism is. She clearly doesn't understand what that system is. No wonder she's a socialist.
Yeah, AOC, a real Wonder Woman of intellect, right? Okay, so let's unpack this ridiculous thing. So she's selling all of this stuff while she's also attacking capitalism. And then in her response to you, she completely unmasks herself because her point is, well, then I am going to use the profits to fund things that I want to fund, you know, school this, whatever it is. And it's like, yeah, because this is capitalism. You're actually proving the point. You're selling stuff, then you're getting money, and then you know what you're going to do, AOC? You're going to use that money to fund things that you want to fund, thus proving that the government doesn't have to do everything the way you want your socialist utopia to operate. So even when she's trying to explain to you why you're wrong, which you weren't wrong in the first place, she does what they always do. She doubles down into more wrongdom. And of course, you know, she's not gonna profit off it. It's like, I guarantee you there's plenty of people in her world that are gonna profit off of these products. Maybe she's not pocketing the money herself, maybe.
But she's deciding, that's the key.
It's unbelievable. You know, today she actually was criticizing Jeff Bezos for his successful and private Blue Origin's launch into space. But this is the best part about it. She's claiming that he did this off the backs of unpaid workers who minimum wage at Amazon is $15 per hour. And that Amazon is abusing the market to hurt small businesses. Get this, though. This is the same AOC who, if you remember, Dave, which I'm sure you do, is the one who refused jobs to New York when HQ2, Amazon's second headquarters, was going to come to Queens. She said, no, we don't want it there. We don't want them to get tax cuts. And what did Governor Cuomo say? He said, you just cost the city 25,000 jobs.
Yeah, no, I remember that very specifically because actually I grew up not far from there, and my parents were very thrilled because Newsweek, the Long Island newspaper, was reporting how housing prices were going to go up because they were going to bring all these new people there, and that was going to be very exciting for the economy over there. Right, of course this is ridiculous because Amazon pays people the $15 minimum wage, which she's telling people that the government should force companies to do. Now, personally, I don't believe that the federal government has any right to tell any company what to do. But if you don't want to work for Amazon, don't work for Amazon. Now, we could have an actually interesting discussion about whether Amazon is doing things, you know, monopolistic practices that are keeping certain companies out of the market. And we could have all sorts of discussions about that. But the simple truth is AOC is against competition. She's against free markets, and she's against human ingenuity. You know, you may not like every little decision that Jeff Bezos wants. And, you know, Jeff Bezos today, he thanked his employees and the people who spend money on Amazon to send him out to space. Now, most of us are using Amazon because we want to get cheap toilet paper or something. So we can have that discussion whether they should make prices cheaper or whether, you know, he has too much power or whether Amazon as an institution, you know, they have Amazon AWS that basically controls the internet, and then they have this commerce thing, and all of that is worth talking about, but that's really not what AOC is talking about. What she's talking about is this company exists, it's big, I don't like rich people, and you know what, AOC? Go build something then, because that's what Jeff Bezos did. This thing started in that guy's garage, and he built a multi-billion-dollar, extraordinarily huge, influential company that we all use.
Yeah, but here's the thing that's funny, is that you literally, at this very moment, have people fleeing and protesting in Cuba because of the system that she's advocating has utterly failed them.
Absolutely. Well, look at this. What did AOC do last week as we were watching the riots and the protests in Cuba? These people are out there screaming freedom. They have American flags. They're screaming liberty. Words, freedom and liberty. We used to scream about that stuff in America too, remember? And what did she do? Her statement, in essence, was about the U.S. embargo on Cuba. And it's like, if you want to help the people, you don't relieve the embargo, which then allows the government to stay in power longer. It's like, we want this government. Let's say goodbye to this government so those people can be free. But the truth is, they're not for the people. So this is the greatest grift of all time. The American socialists, the Democrats, are not for the people. They are for power.
Well, Marco Rubio was on the show last week and explained this very clearly. The government owns all those businesses. You let the embargo go, all we're doing is then, as you correctly point out, giving the government, which owns all the companies, more money. Dave Rubin, as always, thank you for coming on and explaining to most people why capitalism works.
Good luck with your next fracas with her. She takes no prisoners, Sean.
That's true. Oh, she's going to school me.
Hi, Emma Reckenberg here. If you like this video, there's a whole lot more to see on Newsmax TV. You can watch for free right here on our YouTube live stream and be the first one here each time our experts break down real news. Just hit that subscribe button, ring the bell icon, and stay with us on America's fastest growing cable news channel, Newsmax TV.